All right, here we go, yo. As I'm gonna cut this music a little early, man, because I'm already behind. It's already almost 8 o'clock. Usually be on here about 7:30. It's already 8 o'clock, man. So shoot, let's go ahead and get into it. I ain't gonna keep y'all waiting. We can go ahead and get to talking. Got about 8 of y'all in here. Like I always, make sure you hit the like button. You know, because if you ask me, did you do a stream? I'd be like, yeah, I did one. If you hit the like button, you know you get that notification. I'm just playing. Let's see who we got. BJ up in here. Lolita says she listening. That's all I need you to do, you know. Appreciate you. James G, what's up? Australia, what's going on? Oh, Mark Robinson in here. He said things are starting to take form in flyweight. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's get into it, man. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to another live stream. Feel like it's been a minute. I think it's over the weekend last time I've been on. Two Beats, what's going on? It's here, man. Ready or not, it is here. All of these fighters, I had to include the two at the bottom, Lee and Araujo, because ready or not, it's here. And I said that because, you know, I had a lot of people hitting me up saying that Taylor's not ready. Manon is not ready. They got big tasks in front of them. They taking giant leaps. But I'm like, yo, man, like, ready or not, here it is, man. You know, because this division, it's not going to wait. This division is not waiting for anybody. We can say this person's not ready. Look, I was on that side. You know, I've been on that side where I was like, okay, Taylor Santos needs another fight. Andrea Lee, she said, hey, I don't want to leapfrog over nobody. You know, Manon, you know, she never said anything really. But, you know, everybody feels like, okay, this is too much even for Manon jumping here with Jennifer Maia. But all of these fighters, they have something in common. The ones that want to come up, you know, they got to be ready. You got to be ready now because, like, even like you always say, BJ, when you're here in the UFC, you're on the UFC level now. So you're pretty much proven once you run through a few people, right? You know, I had to look at this in different ways. Like, all right, I understand what you're saying. It's too soon, but in a lot of ways, if you were in a UFC uniform and you done stopped or beat 3 or 4 people, that's telling us that you're made of something, right? That means you're made for the UFC and that you're getting to that level. Like, if not, you are there. Like, if you're number 5 and you stop 4 or 5 people, then it's there, right? So, ready or not, I mean, you got to be in there. It's time. It's time. I mean, it's on you to make sure that your catalog is on point and your resume is like Valentina's before you got here. You know, that's something I've been saying to other people too. I was like, more and more I think about it, you have to have made sure that your game was just as tight, airtight before you got here, right? And if we're not seeing that in a lot of fighters, then it's like, oh, well, you know, you got to get it. Once you get that number 2 spot, number 3 spot, then it's on you now, you know? Like, let's start at the bottom. Like, we talk about Andrea Lee and Viviane Araujo, right? Viviane Araujo, I mean, we kind of already seen her level, right? You know, she's kind of been showing it. That's why we haven't really been saying, okay, she's ready for Valentina. You know, we already seen how she's been looking in her past couple fights. It's always been kind of 50-50. You know, you win here, you might lose to this fighter. You know, the cardio's not looking on point. Sometimes, you know, it'll last. You know, it's always been kind of 50-50. So even though she's at this high-ranked spot in the top 10, we kind of know where she's at. But then you got another fighter coming in like Andrea Lee, who finished 2 fighters on her way up here. You know, she could go in here, possibly beat Viviane Araujo. I mean, I still got Viviane Araujo winning, but let's say she wins. Is she going to say the same thing? Or are we going to say the same thing that she's not ready? I mean, technically, skill-wise, we're just saying Valentina's a much better fighter. So that's how it goes. But, I mean, if you got the number by your name, you have to take that person on. That's why I keep saying, like, with these fighters, they have to be working. Like, okay, I know you like to get on IG and have fun, but it's time to make sure everything is in place. Your ducks are in a row, just how Valentina does it. Same way she's working, you don't have to follow the same way. Dang, I already got 20 people. All right, make sure y'all hit the like button. 20 of y'all in here. Let me check the comments real quick. Yeah, BJ said Taylor's ready. Zama said there's no fighter who can prepare you for Shevchenko anyway. BJ said, yeah. Lolita said, only one way to get ready. BJ said, if they're here, they're winning. They need to be ready when it's time to be ready. Pretty much, I'm seeing the light. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain fighters I say, okay, you number 15 or you unranked, take your time. Okay, 23 years old, you at the bottom, you unranked, you can do what you want. All right, you can kind of take your time. But if you were in here making statements, like even Andrea Lee knows the price is going to come with looking good in your last two fights. Everybody, including Mick Maynard, Dana White, they're all going to start saying, you are next. Like, y'all remember, what's his name? That just made me say it. Like, what's his name from Bloodsport? What's his name? Chong Lee. Yeah. It's like you're next, because once you start racking wins up, Valentina's done, pretty much ran through all the top four. You're going to be put in line next, because they got to keep the division going. There's no hold up here. That's why I keep saying, okay, the more I think about it, Taylor, I wanted to see her fight Chikagan and Lauren Murphy before this fight, but it's like, why do that? Because one of these fights, either one of these fights, neither one's really going to prepare you for that test as Valentina. Because I had to think, because it said, I always say before, in the past in my other videos, Valentina's on this level and everybody else is down here. Like, everybody else, like between 5 and 6 and 7 is always 50-50, right? So you might be putting your title shot up for risk. It might be, you might be putting up for grabs, because you taking a gamble, taking on somebody that you may not be guaranteed to beat, because you don't necessarily have the same type of tools like Valentina does to run through people, right? Like, it's one thing if we seen somebody on the come up, oh man, like just somebody doing the same thing like as Valentina, just blasting through common names, doing it the same way she does it, then we'll say, okay, that person's good to go. We'll say that person's ready for sure. But since she's here and she's already beat people, Taylor Santos is on a 4-fight win streak, right? 4-1 in the UFC? Yeah, 4-fight win streak since her loss to Morrow, and that was, that's a fight we can erase. Sounds like a person that's next in line for it. Because, yeah, nothing's really going to prepare you for Valentina. The more I think about it, like, Chikagan, it's just a totally different style. There's nothing about it that's going to give you experience for Valentina. I mean, it could cost you. It could make you look bad just because of the type of fighter Valentina is, unless you're Andrade. Like, you see Andrade stopping Chikagan didn't really do nothing for her. I mean, she is who she is. So if she's going to go in there and fight, it's just going to be what it is. Like, Andrade's going to be Andrade. So it's really just going to be about styles here, Like, the more I just think about what's going to happen with these fighters coming up, you just have to have some type of momentum about you to get into that mindset to face somebody like Shevchenko. B just said no fights get erased. A loss is a loss. Who said something? I5 said a strong decorative grappler can beat Valentina, but right now I can only see strong strikers and flyweights. I think Valentina knows that she can beat all of them on the ground. I think there's a lot of good grapplers in here. Like, I think better grapplers than they are strikers, if you will. I think because Jennifer Maia is a good boxer, but she's basic. Lauren Murphy, she likes to box too. Doesn't throw a lot of kicks. Yeah, okay. But I think she's better on the ground. But yeah, like Valentina's got everything covered right now. You know what I mean? Like, she got everything covered. Straight said, is Murphy Tate official? I don't know. I still don't know. I know Misha Tate won that Big Brother show, so maybe she's ready to go. I don't know. Maybe She's ready to rock this. But Andrea Lee is one too. Like I said, she's got to know that if she go in here and dominate Viviane Araujo, she's on a 3-fight win streak. And if after Taylor gets her title shot, she's got to know that she's next. So I really don't want to hear that kind of talk from anybody anymore, saying, "Oh, don't push me ahead of this person. I don't want to leapfrog over this person." No, it's just all about being ready now. I mean, when you're in the top 10, you got to be ready for the call. And you got to make sure that you have been watching her. Every single move, But let's look up here at Manon and Jennifer Maia. Let's talk about this fight a little bit. I want to talk about this with y'all since I just did a video, but I want to discuss this fight. Like, there we go. Hold on. BJ said Val won't out-grapple every grappler at 125. Oh, no. Not buying that. Uh-oh. He said she ain't out-grappling everybody at 125. Let's go down the list. Like, who can she out-grapple? Who she has out-grappled? Okay. Just a sidebar. BJ says she's not going to out-grapple everybody. Okay, so she already out-grappled Andrade, Chikagan, Lauren Murphy, Jennifer Maia. She did pretty good on her back in that fight. I don't see anybody else. Give me a name, BJ. Help me out. You guys to give me a name that's gonna give her to Taylor. Of course, we got to see this. Like, Taylor's big, strong, but is this type of will her strength be able to hold up the Val? Got me thinking. I'm trying to think who out grapple. Like, no, I'm being serious too. Like, who do you think can out grapple? I mean, you the ground heavy man. Tell me something, babe. Tell me something. Because out of the top 5, the only one we got left that can go in and at least give a try is Taylor Santos. Azama said glad Val is not from Russia. Imagine if that got banned and ended her reign like that. Yeah, there's some crazy things going on with boxing right now, because boxing, there's a lot of Russian fighters off the cards and stuff now. So I don't know, man. War is crazy. War is ignorant, man. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it sometimes, man. The older I get, I'm just kind of like, man, like, what are we going to war for? Like, what are we fighting for all the time? I don't know. Although, let me get off topic, though, because that's a whole different thing, whole different mindset. Straya said, any fight news for Cortez? No. Robertson Straya is taking on J.J. Aldridge. You didn't know that? Yeah, J.J. Aldridge versus Jillian Robertson, Straya. Gatto, nothing. Robertson is taking on J.J. Aldridge. Who you got, Straya? BJ said she won't out-grapple Aaron, Montana, or Taylor. Okay, I'm gonna keep Aaron. I'm gonna put a question mark by Aaron, because she is, like I said, she has shown some things even before she got here, even in grappling tournaments. But I'm still not convinced until you out-grapple at least 2 or 3 top 5 opponents. Taylor, yeah, like I said, that's our next one in line that we're gonna see. We're gonna see. James G said Taylor is technical and got power. Deep thoughts. What's up? He said people underestimate Valentina grappling her ground game. She's skillful, strong, and dominant in that area. Now, it's anyone that can challenge her. It's anyone that can challenge her grappling. Yeah, I think a lot of people underestimate it. If you're new to the channel, Deep Thoughts, like I said, I did a video a while back, just discussing her physical strength. And, somebody asked me who was stronger, her or Andrade. I'm like, Valentina's stronger. No doubt. Like, just the way she handles herself. Like, now, if you're talking raw farm girl strength, that's Andrade all day. But Valentina is just, like, freakishly strong for her That's why I say you can't really go by physiques, you know? Like, you don't know how strong a person is going by their muscles. Like, just because you see them all ripped don't necessarily mean they're the strongest person in the world. 2B said Montana's probably what he's referring to, or to Apollos Gatto. 2B said, 2B's already read it, man. See, 2B's already read BJ. MMAR says crazy how people think Taylor can beat Valentina. Valentina will dominate her in every aspect of the fight. Yeah. I know this is a different fight, but I'm gonna keep an open mind that maybe she could win a round or two and make it look okay, like a good fight. Like, yeah. I'm trying to keep an open mind that she has the skills to at least get a couple rounds in here. Cause I thought Juliana Pena was gonna, get done in quick by Nunes. I know they two different fighters, but hey. But let me go back here. I was trying to see. Well, BJ named some grapplers for me. He said Montana, Aaron, and Taylor will not get out grappled by Valentino. So okay, all right. But let's see. All right, Manon, Firo, and Jennifer Maia. First off, shout out to Jennifer Maia for getting in here. She's ready. She's ready to go. Jennifer Maia has been one of them fighters that's been calling for a title shot. She wants it any way she can get it. I respect Jennifer Maia. Like, the more and more I see and hear Jennifer Maia talk, like, I didn't like that she was jumping ahead to the Valentina rematch. That's why I picked Caitlin Chikagian to beat her. But I just like her energy on how she wants to get better and fight. But you still have to perform. Like, you just can't keep saying this is what you want to do. You have to make changes. Like, I love Jennifer Maia's heart, but when it comes down to the technical side here, I could see this being a fight where Manon Firo goes in here and can show out. She could show up and show out for real. Like, Manon, to me, has a lot of tools going into this fight that could really, really offset Jennifer Maia and frustrate her. Like, when I put together, like I said, MMA math doesn't always add up, but Jennifer Maia, she going in here against an opponent like Manon Firo. If Manon Firo can do what Chikagian can do, but you already know Manon packs on a little bit more power than Caitlin, it could be a rough night for her. It could be a very rough night for her. Because I was just going back and, after doing my video, just going back and thinking about it. Like, I didn't really watch any fights again, but I was just like, okay, Jennifer Maia has hands. She has kicks, but sometimes she's not using or executing when she sees the openings. You know what I mean? Like, the openings can be there, but she won't get it. Like, she cracked Caitlin Chikagian with a few good right hands in their rematch, but she never really followed up with any good left hooks. That's why Chikagian didn't mind staying in the pocket and taking a chance here. Like, Chikagian was actually firing off, push kicks to the body, combinations to the head of Jennifer Maia. Did she open up Jennifer Maia's eye, or did she swell Jennifer Maia up? I can't remember. I have to go back and look. But anyways, you can't just sit back against a fighter like Manon. Manon is going to mix it up the same way Caitlin does, but there's going to be more aggression on it. There's going to be a lot more aggression on these shots. Robot Chickens, what's going on, man? When you look at Manon, she's walking you down. She's sitting on her punches. Off top, high five, I think it's a 1-inch height difference. Valentina's 5'5", Taylor's 5'6", and I want to say there's like a 2-inch reach difference. Taylor has a 2-inch longer reach. I'm guessing now, but I can pull it up just to make sure. I mean, I'm kind of reading that off of memorization, but let me see. Taylor's 1 inch taller. Yeah, PJ. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, she's 1 inch taller and her reach is 2 inches longer, right? or an inch and a half longer. Yeah. But yeah, Manon has a lot of things going into this fight that I know is tough for people to say she can win because she's number 13. And a lot of people think because she didn't finish Maia Silva that she's not going to go in here and look good against Jennifer Maia. But remember, she won every round against Maia Silva. So I'm not really going into this fight thinking she's going to stop Jennifer Maia. But I think she can go in here and get to 30-27 easy. You know, Manon, she turns the gas on early. You know, she turns it on early. So she's on fire by the third round. If there is a third round. Right? So Manon got a lot riding on this one. Even a little bit more so than the I fight, because this is a high ranked fight. You know, she's taking on number 4. She's actually fighting somebody higher ranked than Taylor Santos is ranked. You know? And I had some people say, you know, they think it's too soon, or, you know, they maybe should have pushed it back. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I can see where y'all coming from. Like, y'all want to see somebody get built up. But I'm like, Manon's already kind of built to a certain extent. You know, she's already 31, 32 years old. Yeah, her birthday was just a couple weeks ago. She's 32 years old. And I think she's going to just improve off of what she already knows and get better off of that only by fighting better at competition. Like, she really can't keep going backtracking now. Like, and nobody wants to see that. Like, and if she does that, y'all ain't gonna give her credit. Like, when Marina Moreau pulled out against Ricci, she did what she was supposed to do. Yeah, she didn't really get a chance to fight a full-fledged flyweight. You know, it was another win, and nobody really wanted to give her credit because, yeah, it was a tiny person. You know, it was definitely Ricci is tiny. You know, so Ricci, you can't keep giving her those type of fights. So the best thing to do for Manon is to see if Jessica wants to reschedule, which she didn't, duck, or get something even better. Go ahead and go all out. You know, try to get a top 5. And Manon didn't seem like she was ready to back down or pump the brakes. She said on her IG, she was like, yo, we got something better coming. So that tells me that she seems like she's in the position. So give it to her. You know? You never really heard her say, I'm going to, you know, pump my brakes for 4 years, or, you know, I don't want to leapfrog over somebody. You know, you never heard Manon say that. She just took to her IG, said, hey, Jessica pulled out. Hey, we getting something bigger. We getting a top 5 contender, or we getting a top contender. We coming. And, you know, we pushing it back, but we coming. You know? So that sounds like somebody that's ready. So to the people that were saying it's too soon for Manon, you know, I mean, just let her have it. I mean, if she lose, you lose, and we'll go from there. TJ said Maia's gonna whoop Manon worse than I was gonna. Oh, worse than. Yeah, 2Bs. I hear him. I mean, I can't stop laughing. He crazy. He said, but Maia's gonna whoop. Oh boy. If Maia couldn't whoop Chikagan, boy, I bet you put, how much money did you put on Maia to beat Chikagan, TJ? In both of them fights. How much money did you put on that? Tell me. Oh, High Five said Maia is another version of Macy. I want to see her out of the top 5. I never see her as a good boxer. She has no volume and little combo. I won't say Maia is another version of Macy. She's got more tools than Macy. It's just she don't know how to use them, man. Like, she just won't let go. Like, Maia's strong, man. Like, see, the difference is Maia's strong. Maia's got better balance. You got a great ground game. Got good clinch game. But it's like it won't all come into play. It's almost like Andrea Lee. Like, she's closer to her, and Andrea Lee are very similar. Like, they're fighters with some good skill sets, but they will not commit. TJ said Maia's boxing versus Manon is going to make Manon look like Ali in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. TJ said Maia's going to whoop Manon. Did you mean the other way around? Did you mean Manon's gonna whoop Maia? Because now you said Manon is gonna look like Ali against Maia. But this is TJ, so I can't really try to cipher his dialect too much, man. It's a little tough. So are you saying Manon's gonna slaughter Maia worse than she would have Jessica I? Right? I said Maia's a shadow boxer like Macy. I can't argue there, man. I mean, she ain't landing enough, so I ain't gonna argue with that. There's a reason why Chikagan has been at the top this entire time. Robot Chicken said Chikagan is no problem. Isn't no problem. People that fight her fight stupid. But that's the thing. She makes you fight stupid. Her style makes you fight stupid. You know what I mean? Like her fighting style makes people look bad. You know what I mean? So yeah, TJ, I figured it was. I was just kind of like, man, like, what is he talking about? Like, he jumped from this to this. Yeah, I get it now. I mean, maybe I should have paid attention to the clown emoji, but I kind of stopped after the period there. So, yeah, Maia just signed a 4-fight contract, and yet still no word on Chikagan. I don't know, man. I have no idea what's up with that. But yeah, Jennifer Maia deserves this fight versus like a Lauren Murphy or an Andrade rematch. I remember she called for an Andrade rematch, but you really don't deserve those fights whenever you come up short and disappointing in your last couple fights. Like Jennifer Maia, I had said this before this fight was made. I was like, she's in a position to fight down right now, right? I said this, Jennifer Maia has to fight down now. You know, she's racking them up. She's 19-8 now. You know, after the Shevchenko loss, she kind of was in a mode where she felt like, okay, I won one round. I lasted 5. So I need credit for that. But no, man, like you got to go back to the drawing board and work, which she did. But the Jessica I fight was close, man. Like, I know it was unanimous, but I thought Jessica I had a tough time. I thought Jennifer Maia had a tough time with Jessica I. You know, I thought she did, for real. And then when she fought Chikagan, it was the same thing. You know. So when you're teetering in that top 5 or that elite status and you can't really beat a Chikagan or I convincingly, you got to fight down. So I was like, yo, she got to fight down now. Fight the next best thing that's on the come up. And boom, it turned out to be Manon. Now, I know it was a last minute thing, but it was either going to be Jennifer Maia do it, it was either going to be Manon do it, or Aaron, or Casey O'Neill. Either one of those would probably have to do it. High Five said I want Maia versus Grasso or Lee versus Grasso. Yeah, Maia versus Grasso, I would like that one. BJ said Jillian Robertson would beat Chikagan too. No, I don't think so, pal. Nope. See, TJ, now that's a joke. TJ, you want to hear a joke? That was a joke right there. See, I couldn't tell if you were being serious or joking, TJ, but what I just read is a joke. Jillian would beat Chikagan. Now, that's the best joke I heard in here. Look, I'm just saying. Java said Maia struggles against long fighters. Firo, being even taller, has short reach. So Maia will have opportunities to find target. If she takes advantage, you know what I mean? Like, the opportunities are going to be there. But the thing is, like, Maia keeps those, Manon uses them legs and them kicks as a good range finder, you know? Like, if the punches are shorter, fine, but I think that her kicks are going to be like her secondary jab. Yeah, let's see. What was her reach? Manon's got like a 66-inch reach. That's crazy, man. Like, Josiane Nunes, her reach is like long for her size. 5'7", 66. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Oh, Manon's 2-inch reach. Yeah, she got a 2-inch reach advantage, if you want to call it that. Yeah, well, she'll still find it, Jamin. I mean, her reach is 2 inches longer than Maia, so I think she'll be able to do it. Like, she'll still find opportunities with her straight punches. It's going to be all about the way she sets her feet. Now, Chikagan, she got long reach. She's 5'9", and hers is like 68, 69. But a good, boxer, they know how to, offset a person's feet. They'll get it in, get it out. Like, they'll get in, get out. Like, Chikagan, I can see her doing. I mean, she's not Chikagan. Manon can do that. Manon, with the 66-inch reach, her ability to, set up those left hands, even like off her back foot, that's going to be a big key, to just really, really getting respect to Jennifer Maia and making her not want to come in if she even tries. BJ said Jillian would engage in a striking match with Chikagan. That's another. Yeah, I know what you're saying. TJ said that's a delusion, not a joke. Well, I laughed. What's Robertson going to beat Chikagan with? Superior willpower? Chikagan would definitely get taken down and held down. I don't know if she would definitely get taken down. I don't think there's a definitely there, man, because like Chikagan's been fighting at this high level for a minute now, and she knows how to outpoint, and she'll throw hands in your face. Like, if some of the top level fighters couldn't stop her, like Lauren Murphy or Jennifer Maia, if they couldn't stop her hands, her work rate, I'm trying to figure out how Jillian's gonna stop it. Hold on. Let me see this comment section for a second. To be said, when you think we'll see Tracy Cortez again? Can't be no later than the end of summer, I have to think. Man, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm thinking maybe August at the earliest. Maybe August. I mean, I just haven't really seen. Believe me, I've been looking at all these fighters' Instagram. I've been looking at Tracy Cortez's Instagram, and I haven't seen anything fight related. Let me double check. I'm gonna look right now because I just looked over the past couple of days ago. There we go. We got some fight related 2 days ago. Is she sparring with Ortega? Of course. Every picture gonna include him, even the training pictures. Every picture's gonna include Brian Ortega. Where's she been training? I see over the past couple of days, like past few months, she's been posting up. Maybe she got a fight coming up. Cause she's one of the ones I was watching too. Like, yo, she might be on this. We might have somebody coming up here, but she ain't been. She's been out the game for a minute. Gonna have to reset and start over, y'all. Tracy Cortez. TJ said Tracy Cortez is retired. Dang. I mean, I haven't seen anything. All right. I haven't seen anything as far as like fight scheduling yet. Let me see. Nope. Yeah, Tracy Cortez. No fights. Sorry, no fights yet. Yeah, nope. No Tracy Cortez fights yet. Let me see. Mark Robinson said, I'm hoping that Maia's second loss to Chikagan will make her realize that she needs to level up. It's possible we might see the best version of Maia against Manon. I hope so. I mean, I want to see a good fight. You know, Mark, I want to see a good fight with Manon and Maia. Like, I want to see Manon have to really work for it and see what other things she has in store that we haven't seen yet. I think Manon has a lot of I think she has a lot of tools when it comes to just her basic stand up. She can fight off the back foot. She's got the check right hook. She can walk you down. She throws combinations. She throws nice body kicks. So I'm trying to see, like, at this point, where can Jennifer Maia really step it up? You know what I mean, Mark? Like, what do you think, Mark? Like, what do you think that she's going to have to really do to offset Manon? Like, it really might have to be a good clinch fight for Jennifer Maia. You know what I mean? Like, she might actually have to try to press Manon to the cage, take away her feet, and then try to, get a tripping takedown and then lay on her and then get work on the ground. Because I think the more real estate Manon has, the more dangerous she is. If you let her move around, circle, come forward, if you fight behind her, it's dangerous, So, yeah, she's really going to have to look back and see what she did in both Chikagan fights. I mean, yeah, I'm just thinking about it now because both of them fights, the way she got touched up, and if Manon lets hands go, she could be able to stop Maia. Yeah. But let's see who else is on this card. So Manon, Jennifer Maia is in 3 weekends, March 26th. And this is the Curtis Blades, Chris Dawkins card. And JoJo and Grasso is on this card. JoJo and Grasso is on this card, y'all. So be on the lookout for that. Sarah McMahon and Kel Rosa's on this card. Ooh, dang. I didn't know I haven't talked about that fight. Did y'all know about that fight? Sarah McMahon and Kel Rosa's on this card. I like Kel Rosa. I like Sarah McMahon too. But I think Kel Rosa's on the come up right now. Dang, I didn't know about that. I didn't even know Kel Rosa had a fight coming up, man. Where have I been? Okay, you Askarov. He's on this card too. Yeah, this is a good card. This is a good card right here. This is just a UFC Fight Night card too, with 15 fights on it. Let me see. I'm looking forward to out of the men fight. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the main event. Curtis Blades, and then I do want to see Askarov versus France. Neil Magny, he's on here. Oh, Olenek is on here. Yeah, versus Latifi. Oh, yeah, I want to see that fight. Just because it's a heavyweight fight. Somebody going to get knocked out good. Who else? Okay, yeah. But out of the women fights, okay, we got Maia, Firo, JoJo, and Grasso is on this card. And then we got Sarah McMahon and Kel Rosa. I actually think Kel Rosa going to do it, man. Like, I think Kel Rosa going to go here and she going to look good. Like, I like Sarah McMahon. She's been around for a minute. Great wrestler. But I think Kel Rosa's just, oh man, Kel Rosa's striking might be a big problem. Kel Rosa's striking is going to be a big problem for Sarah McMahon, I think. Hold on. Let me go back. Okay, Mark said, I can't see Maia fighting at a distance and winning, so somehow I think she got to get close. Yeah, I agree. Got to be close. Got to be in her chest there, Mark said, I think Manon should win, but if Maia's willing to walk through the fire, it could get interesting. Robot Chicken said, I don't trust Maia's IQ to grapple. Yeah, I really don't either. Stamina, what's going on? Yeah, I really don't either, man. Like, I overestimated her to out grapple Jessica I. And what does she do? She go in there and start boxing with her, giving her a chance. Yeah. 2B said March 26th is going to be amazing for me. Oh, yeah. 1FC. How you going to watch? You going to take the day off, 2B? So are you going to take the day off to watch the card because it's an early card? Oh, yeah, I'm off. I'm actually off that day. Yeah, I'm actually off early, so yeah, I could actually sit up and watch it. I mean, y'all probably won't be on. I might do a live at early. Nah, I'm not doing a live early. I'm gonna be too into that. Yeah, you got Stan Fairtex, Angela Lee. I got Stan Fairtex winning. Denise versus Ham. I got Zamboanga winning. Yeah, Isuki Hirata's on there with what is her name? The girl that just won, right? What is her name? Razwan. Oh man, I'm behind, man. Dang, Robot Chicken said PFL this Friday is all ladies. Dang, I forgot about that. Yeah, BJ said Olenek is one of his favorite heavyweights, one of the last pure grapplers left in the game. So, you thinking somebody gonna get knocked out or stop? Submit it. Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, I like both of them though. I like both of them heavyweights. Zama said Maia's takedown sucked. That takedown on Shev was self-inflicted. Yeah, I really wasn't wowed by it. Yeah, BJ. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 2Bs. Yeah, Saturday. Okay, Saturday. All right. Early. Yeah, I'm off. I'm ready. Where is this PFL card? I want to see who's on the lineup while we're here. Oh, Ulysses said that takedown against Shev was a fluke. Dang. He said Joe Rogan was losing his mind. Yeah, Joe Rogan was kind of tripping, man. Like, I already can't, he already on my list now. I can't stand him. But when he exaggerate, he be busting over. He sound he about to. I don't know. Like when he just be blurting out stuff, busting out stuff, and that really annoys me. When he interrupts my fights, that's why I mute these. I mean, I try to keep the atmosphere going with big fights by keeping the sound up. But yeah, when Joe, I was like, man, Joe be losing his mind. Like he was like making it look like Jennifer Maia was doing some great things, man. He been lost me at that. Yeah, Robot Chicken. I already talked about that once. That's why I ain't giving him no more shine. Like, yeah, like people can argue all day his N-word. They can say he was using it in context with what he was talking about. All right. I mean, people shouldn't be saying the word anyway. That's how I feel about it. But how are you gonna defend in Planet of the Apes comment? I mean, you can't defend that. That's where I'm at with him. How you gonna defend it? Right? BJ said Latifah makes dumb decisions. If Olenek grabs him and drags him down, it's over. Yeah, if he gets him down, I think it's gonna be over. I kind of think Latifah might be trying to go in there swinging big, trying to look for a finish. But how's his gas? What do you think of his gas tank, Latifah, BJ? What do you think of his gas tank? Joe Rogan. Yeah. What's crazy is shoot, my parents, they been seeing his BS, man. Like Joe Rogan, they ain't like Joe Rogan since Fear Factor. They told me something about that guy. Even before he was in the world of MMA, like when my folks saw him, they was like, there's something about this guy I don't like. When they used to see him on Fear Factor and all them other shows, they was like, something is off about him. That's way back, man. All right, let's see. Yeah, JoJo and Grasso. Where do they go from here? Robot Chicken said, oh, they be falling asleep between rounds. Stray said, one FC had a... Let me... Hold on. Ritu Foga, who is she fighting? Hold on. Yeah, maybe Latifah. I think he kind of ate his way to heavyweight, right? You know, maybe it's just his lazy weight. Like, he probably could be better at light heavyweight, but if the dedication ain't there, you know. All right. Yeah, they don't have anything scheduled for Ritu Fogat yet. Yeah, Santos and Shevchenko, the latest I had seen, it was confirmed. Yeah. But the DC Dominic Cruz documentary commentary. Oh, DC, he seemed a little biased sometime, man. Like, he seemed a little biased sometime with his. Cruz, he okay. Dominic Cruz okay. I mean, DC sometime, I don't know him. I don't know him either. Yeah, Robot Chicken. That's what I said. He ate his way to heavyweight. I mean, still looked like he could make his way back down to light heavyweight if he was dedicated. But if the dedication ain't there, you let that food take over. Gabriella said Tatiana Suarez mentioned she will come back at flyweight. Who should welcome her to the division? I think at this point, let's say if she was to come back this spring or summer, I think Tatiana Suarez versus Erin Blanchfield would be good. If Tatiana wants to come back in against a ranked opponent, I don't want to get too greedy for Tatiana Suarez. I would say Suarez versus Blanchfield. Suarez versus Blanchfield, or Jessica I is still around. Suarez versus Jessica I. Like, there's no need to try to push her to a title shot when she's been out of the game for 3 years. Let's give her time to, see if she can, get her feet wet, see how she feels first. Fighting the lesser opponent. And at the same time she can get a ranking. So if I had my choice, I would say Erin versus Suarez, or Tatiana Suarez and Macy Barber. That would be an interesting fight. Those opposite styles. If Macy Barber was still 14 by the time Montana gets to it, but if Montana beats Macy, then yeah, Tatiana Suarez versus Montana De La Rosa would be a good fight. Tatiana and Casey O'Neill. Any of them lower opponents, I would like to see Suarez go in there with. Oh, that's why you brought up Isuki. Okay, they said ONE FC asked on their YouTube channel, who should she fight? Isuki Hirata? Because she didn't fight. When was the last time she fought? I want to say Hirata has Isuki Hirata has somebody lined up, right? Yeah. No. Her and the Ritu fight. Maybe they'll reschedule that. Stamina says Suarez versus G-Rob just despite BJ. Yeah. Put him in a position where he can't make his head explode. Yeah, that's the ones I would pick though. Suarez, against that lower half. Somebody on the lower half there. Okay. Yeah, so a few more weeks, man. Manon and Maia, we're gonna see a good fight. We're gonna see her tested. And from there, it's only moving up, man. Like, what do y'all think? Y'all think if Manon beats Maia, she'll have to fight down again, or she'll go straight for title shot? We'll see. All right, so let's do Shevchenko and Taylor Santos here. So yeah, this fight, like I said, is being targeted for Singapore, but we'll see. June 11th, UFC 275. I think it's pretty much a done deal. Because I saw one site a couple hours ago say it was a done deal. So it's gonna be wherever it is. I mean, the Singapore thing, I don't know if it's gonna be there, but I can for sure say that the fight is going to be at UFC 275. It's going to be wherever UFC 275 is, because they said the latest I read from ESPN was that it's official for UFC 275. It's just that the card doesn't have an official location, right? So if it's in Singapore, that's where it'll be. If it's over in Brazil, somewhere like, what is that place called? I can't forget that state. Why is it? I can't remember right now. But yeah, they said it is officially on that card. They just don't have the location put out yet. I think Monroe's going to show up. Yeah, Monroe, she'll be here. I think she'll be here this time. I mean, I don't have like 100% faith in that, but yeah, I think she'll be here this time. So yeah, Santos, I talked about this in a video I got coming up. A lot of people think Taylor Santos isn't ready. I talked about it at the beginning of this video, but I think we're at a point now where, for me, Taylor Santos is as ready as she can get. What you can do to prepare for a champion like Valentina Shevchenko. I mean, what can you do in a matter of time, like this small window, to prepare for Valentina Shevchenko? Like, you can fight Araujo, you can fight Lee, you can fight Andrade, you can fight Chikagan, but what's that going to do, really, right, when you think about it? I think it just really comes down to your style and your dominance, right? It's really going to come down to the dominance. How you dominate your last few opponents. What is that? Chatri was stabbed at 5 billion viewers. Who is that? Chatri. Who is that? Hold on. Chat. You talking about the? Oh, okay, I got you. Anyways, okay, so yeah, like I said, nothing's really gonna prepare you for this type of champion. It's one thing, like when the belt changes from person to person very often. One champion has it, this champion has it. It's pretty much a go for anybody. It's go time for anybody because it's not really one set thing, right? But in this case here, a lot of people see Valentina do her thing 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, right? And then they want to see somebody get ready for that. But like I said, once you're already signed here, you've already gone on your little win streak, and you're number 5. There really is no backtracking now. Like, there really is no backtracking to say this has to be worked on first. This has to be done this. You're in there. You're in the UFC. You're the next person. Because Lauren couldn't do it. Caitlin couldn't do it. Jessica couldn't do it. Jennifer couldn't do it. None of the Jessicas could do it. So it's like you have to be on your stay ready. And at this point, I think with Taylor Santos, it's about what can she do? Like, what can she do? What can she do with her style to offset something in Valentina's game? Well, see, that's the thing. Like, when you have somebody that airtight like Valentina, whether it's mid-range fighting, outside fighting, clinch fighting. I mean, take your pick. It's like you just have to pick your poison. Like, what am I really good at? What is my best suit that could ruffle Valentina and frustrate her? You know, that's what it is. Like, Taylor has to take what she does really well and go in there with a few other things and say, this is what I have to use in a fight with Valentina Shevchenko against her weak spots, right? Mark said, Val's Muay Thai counter strike at the ready stance is so hard to penetrate. I think Santos has to throw strikes in bunches, try to force a mistake or rush clinch, and try to do what Pena did. Yeah, I would say number one thing for anybody facing Valentina is to keep her feet from being set. You know, when Valentina's in her stance, she can be a little flat-footed, stationary. You know, she's set to go. Like, she can keep range. You know, she's already ready to throw counter punches. You know, and you're giving her a chance to really sit down her singles. Like, that's where a lot of people mess up. Like, you know, you have to, like you said, Mark, you have to throw combinations like to try to stay up on her and hopefully something to penetrate her guard. But most of these fighters can't do that because they stand right in front of her, or they can't get past that one straight left hand. Like, when they eat that one left hand, they get tentative. You know what I mean? They get tentative. But if you going in against Valentina, you got to know you're going to get hit. Like, she's laser sharp. Everybody's going to get hit with that straight left hand. So that you already have to get past. You have to say, okay, I'm going to eat a left hand here, but how do I stop eating that left hand after the first couple of times? Because nobody's experienced her speed. I mean, Lauren Murphy's already said it. You know, Lauren Murphy said, hey, you know, when I was in there, I got hit with that first couple shots in the first round. I was like, whoa, I haven't been in here with somebody that good at that speed before. I've never been touched like that. So the thing to do, instead of going into respect mode like Lauren Murphy did for the next 3 rounds, once you eat that first left hand, you have to say, okay, might eat another one, another 2, but how do I stop it? Which angle is it coming at? Right? Because, like, I know it's easier said than done, but, like, even Jennifer Maia, she had some openings. Like, when Valentina would leap in, you know, Valentina would kind of leap in after her straight left hand, and then she would turn an angle, so she would already be kind of at Maia's side. You know, Jennifer Maia got hit with that a few times. It should have been on Jennifer Maia to say, okay, I got to use my boxing. When she leaps in and steps to her right, I got to have my left hook at the ready, you know. But I think it's like when they start getting hit with straight left hands, they really start to get dazed, you know. They get dazed, and it's like, oh, man, they're more worried about when they're going to eat another one than stopping it. And, again, that's something you got to do when you fight Valentina. You can't just anticipate and say, okay, I got to stomach this next punch. No, you got to think of a way to stop it. Again, easier said than done, but if you're a fighter, that's how your mindset should be. It shouldn't be, okay, I got to wait for the next one, got to wait for the next shot. It's got to be about, how do I stop this left hand? Taking away her left hand, first of all, taking away her footwork, taking away her left hand are 2 keys that Taylor Santos is going to need in this fight. You know, and seeing if she can match her strength for strength. You know, you got to see if you can match her strength for strength. That's the only way you're going to know if you can go in there and get the respect. That's why I said it's important on your way up as a fighter to be, you know, making the same statements that she's doing. You know, like when Nunes was at bantamweight, she's beating all these fighters and knocking them out. She's earning a rep. Why you think when Val fought her, Valentina showed her so much respect? You know, Valentina was always thinking about that power hand. It wasn't just the size. She was thinking about that power as well and the skill of Nunes, you know. So Nunes earned that respect before she got into the fight. You know, now we got to see if Taylor can earn that same respect. Like, does Shevchenko see her in that same light. I don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe she'll say, dang, she dropped JoJo in that fashion. Maybe I got to watch out for the power. You know, she out-grappled Jillian Robertson. You know, she dominated Roxanne. She like, maybe I got to watch out for something here. But then again, the more and more Val racks up these wins, her confidence goes up. Her skill set goes up. She just surpassed so many fighters. You know, so I just think it's a situation where Taylor has to take what she can do really well. And I won't just say hope for the best, but take what she can do really, really well and find them weak spots that Valentina has. Like I said, taking away Valentina's left hand and footwork is very important. Like so many fighters just want to stay on the outside thinking they can outstrike Valentina, but you ain't gonna outstrike her if you stand in front of her. You know, it's just like in boxing. You take away fighters' footwork in any sport, you know, they're almost helpless. Can't get leverage on a punch. Can't land clean. Always have to reset. That's what you have to do. Keep Valentina resetting. Stay in her chest if you have to. You know, take her off her heels. You know what I mean? It's the best thing I can think of for, you know, a Taylor Santos. You know, Taylor Santos got good striking. She got some good head kicks. But I don't think she'll match her speed for speed. Even her timing won't really catch it. So she's got to be gritty, man. You got to be gritty. You got to be a dog in this fight, man. Hands down. B just said Maia caught her a couple of times. All right. Mark said, I want to believe that Santos' strength will be an advantage, but Val's already grappled with home. Pena, Santos definitely not stronger than those two. Yeah, I know. You know, Pena's strong, man. So was Holly. But, you know, Valentina took her off her feet too, man. So, I think there's going to be moments where we see and hear somebody going for that ride. Like, you know, Valentina going to pick her up off her feet. We're going to be like, oh, snap. You know, I can already see that kind of playing out. You know, Valentina locks up, or let's say Santos presses her to the cage, right? And if Val can get one free arm up under to get an underhook, I can already see Val taking her off her feet. Like, maybe not like picking her all the way up, but like just sweeping her up. Boom, like she did Pena. I can see that. Because she's already proven her strength. We know Santos is strong. We just haven't seen her in this type of fight with this type of strength, you know. Ulysses said, yeah. Santos' cardio might be a little suspect, man, because that's another thing, man. Like, I'm really glad you brought that up, man, because it's going to be a 5-round fight. It could very well be a 5-round fight. Like, even if she survives, she's going to be in there 5 rounds. Like, man, like, all these opportunities, but if you don't have the cardio, what good is that? You know what I mean? That means you're just going to be in survival mode. You won't have the heart pumping, the blood pumping, where you can constantly think of an adjustment to make. Later on, it just turns to survival. All right, TJ's out. He's still out there. Oh, okay. Heading back out to Thailand, December to January. Get a new passport. By then, maybe I'll roll out there. Yeah, I get a renew a passport. Brian Williams said, you're right. That check left hook is her bread and butter. It killed Holly. Yeah, it did. I mean, the timing is just like the timing of Valentina is very precise. It's precise because there's something about it. Like, I studied her in boxing a lot, like with Floyd Mayweather. Like, this is a part boxing. This part of boxing is just as critical as it is the MMA. Is when you know how to measure range, but your eyes are open around everything. Like, keeping your eyes on the chest of your opponent, and just having that. You got to have the big picture. That's what I call it. You got to look at the big picture. Like, Valentina's always looking at the big picture. Every little thing that's moving on her opponent. That's why she's studying the shoulder. Like, she knows when Holly Holm is going to throw that flurry. She's looking at the shoulders. You know, she's looking at the neck. She's looking at that part where she knows as soon as that shoulder moves, I know this left hand is coming. So, boom, I'm countering with my right hook. You know what I mean? That's something a trainer taught me, is like, don't anticipate. He was like, always look at these little things that your opponent's doing, like with his shoulder or his foot or his leg. He's like, always look at that. Don't anticipate the punch coming. Look at his body language. Like look at how he twitches his elbow, or look at how he turns his shoulder right before he throws a jab. You know what I mean? That's the things that Valentina's always looking at. Like, she's perfected that. You know, she's perfected that, looking at the body first, not the fist, looking at the body. When they throw, boom, she's beat him. Already caught him, you know? That's why I be like, yeah, when I saw that Holly in the Valentina fight, I was like, this is how Valentina's going to beat her. Timing's going to beat her. You know, timing's going to beat her speed, because every time she throw flurries, she already know how to stop the bees from coming at her. She stops them with one big, strong single shot, and that'll put somebody in their place. So Taylor Santos can't be on the outside. To make a long story short, Taylor Santos cannot be on the outside thinking she can strike with it. Like, throw a quick flurry, it's going to get stopped real quick with two hard singles from Valentina. Then you're going to be on the back foot waiting again. So you got to be in her chest. You got to be in her chest. You got to be in the clinch like Pena did. You know, you got to be raw. You can't go technique for technique with her. Ulysses said Valentina took everybody to the ground. Yeah, every single opponent. And I can see this too. This will go to the ground. Valentina will throw it to the ground. Bluebird said Valentina, great check left hook and one of the best wrestling body locks. Yeah, her body lock, when she's on you, you pretty much are going for the ride. Gabrielle said, regardless if Taylor Santos wins or loses, I wanted to be competitive. Yeah, I do too. That's all I want at this point. I don't want just another body on Valentina's resume. I just want a good fight. I want a fight where we can talk about it and say, I think Taylor won. You know, I want to be on live stream Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon arguing with somebody, whether it's Valentina won or Taylor won. That's what I want at this point. You know what I mean? I want us to get on here after Taylor and Valentina fight where we can argue about it and say, this person will beat Valentina, or no, Valentina won. I want it to be like Nunes Shevchenko. I want it to be like that at this point, because, you know, flyweight, she's just been blasting through everybody. I want somebody to say, oh, I think it's a draw. Maybe she fought her to a draw at most. Oh, it was a split decision. Let's say that. If somebody can fight her to a split decision, I mean, dang. And I think Taylor might be the last one that could come close to that. And I mean, not saying that's a big, dang, man. You know, I'm still leaning towards Valentina, but I'm just saying, like, she does have some things about her, some attributes that could really pay off if she knows how to work it. Thing is, never fought a 5-round fight in UFC. It's dangerous, man. I mean, what do y'all think? Like, boxing non-title fights, you know, they have 12-round fights. Like, a title eliminator is a 12-round fight. Do y'all think, like, title eliminators need to be 5-round fights now? Like, should all UFC fights, other than a title fight, be 3 rounds, or should they up some to 5? Like, should all co-main events or all like number 2 versus number 3 fights, like all top 5 fights, should they be 5 rounds now? Or like top 3 fights? Because that's the only way that's going to prepare you for a 5-round fight. What do y'all think? Should title shots, should they just be the only 5-round fight? What do y'all think, man? I mean, like, the only way you're going to get ready is if you have a couple 5-round fights for sure. You know, that's going to get you ready. I mean, maybe the fighters, they feel some other way about it, though. Maybe they don't like it. Brian said Valentina is very predictable, but she doesn't have many tells. Bluebird said, Bluebird said Valentina, great check left. Oh, yeah, I read that. Okay. Mark said, yeah, we need to not forget that Valentina has a black belt in judo. She knows how to move people around. Yeah, Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. She definitely does, man. Like, you ever see how she tossing people? Yeah, so her black belt judo, all of that, man. All right, Bluebird said, I think top 5 fights should be 5 minutes always. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how boxing works. Boxing, you know, the lower ranked fighters are 10-round fights. They're 10-round fights. But when you get to like a title eliminator, like if you're going to fight for the WBC belt, WBC interim title, WBC eliminator, it's a 12-round fight. Tubi said he got a stereo because he don't like rounds, let alone shorter fights. No, I'm just saying, man, it makes sense for the fighter, though, man, for the athlete, because we always going to say this person ain't ready. But I think, more I think about it, too, I guess that's just one of the things that comes with it, where to really test your level if you are championship, right? Like, your first fight, is your title fight is a 5-round fight. It's your first time in a UFC fight, the 5-round fight. Let's see how good you are. Oh yeah, Blue, I got you. Yeah, 5 rounds. Yeah, so I think 5 rounds should be 5. 5 rounds should be 5 minutes. Stress said title shots, title eliminators, and main event should all be 5 rounds. Yeah. That's what I say, because I think it would put fighters in a better mindset. Like, perfect example to me, Rose Andrade 2 should have been 5 rounds. Yes or no? I think it should have been 5 rounds, because too much is on the line there. You see how close that fight was towards the end. Rose won it. I give her that. She edged it out. I had her win. But Andrade, in some people's eyes, they thought she won, but I think that 2 extra rounds is something that's needed, especially if you're going to be fighting for the title shot next. Ulysses said 3 rounds, 10 minutes each. Ooh, that's hell right there. I don't even know if we would be watching MMA anymore, because we'd be like, man, I'm going to sleep. This round still going. 10-minute round. Shoot. Fighters going to be just sitting down for a minute. They're going to be like, you good? Let me take a break. Like, you might be in the middle of a takedown. You might be like, shoot, let me sit down. I got to sit down against the cage, man. Let me chill for a second. Fighters going to be giving each other breaks. Yeah, Mark said 5-round title eliminators are great preparation for the real thing. If your first 5-round fight is for the title and the champ is used to them, you're kind of a disadvantage. You're kind of at a disadvantage. Robin Henry said, I guess it's too late for open lane. Oh, no. Tomorrow, Thursday. You actually early, Robert. I'm going to do it Thursday, man. Yeah. Tomorrow. Make sure you're on tomorrow. I'm going to be back on tomorrow for sure. Because we're going to talk about, fight weekend coming up. And then I want to know your thoughts on the fight. These fights coming up as well tomorrow. Organic Power, what's up? He said, I missed out most of the broadcast. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be on here for a few more minutes. But, yeah, what's on your mind? We in here talking. I mean, you always go back and listen. No, what I was talking about. Yeah, the 5-round fight deal. Yeah, that makes sense though, Mark. It's like I was saying. Yeah, like your champion, they always gonna be ready. They always go. They like Valentina. Defend her title 6 times. She's already fought that many. Well, all her fights didn't go 5 rounds, right? Jennifer Maia did. Lauren Murphy went 4. How long did Chikadian went 3, right? Yeah. But still, You see what I'm saying? You still have gone more rounds than your challenger has, so they are at a disadvantage. So I think that the title eliminator and even like the top 5 fights, they should be 5 rounds. Or top 3, whatever. Stamina set from her actual opponents. What are y'all talking about? Who's the biggest ever at 125? Yeah, Joanna's probably the best that Valentina Shevchenko faced. I'm not going to disagree with that. Yeah, she's probably the best opponent she's faced. Who is Valentina's biggest test at 125? So far, I would say yes, Joanna. Joanna probably gave the gutsiest performance, I think. Because, I didn't. Chikagan didn't. Andrade didn't. Lauren Murphy didn't. Maia stayed in there longest. But I think Joanna, could say Joanna and Maia, they were the most gutsiest. OG Powered said, do y'all follow Joshi women's wrestling scene in Japan? They have produced many WMMA pioneers and are producing a lot of MMA talent these days. I think I passed by a few of the fights, but I don't follow it. I follow it casually. OG, yeah, I follow it casually because I look at some of the stuff on YouTube. But yeah, I can't really say I know when any events are coming up, anything like that. But yeah, I get some of it in my recommendations. Yeah, the Joanna Valentina fight was probably my favorite out of all her fights, and that was for the inaugural strap. It was probably my most favorite fight out of hers. That non-drive fight was good. I like the clinic that she put on on Andrade, but I think the most 5-round fight that I enjoyed, that I could just go back and enjoy, is Valentina versus Joanna. I enjoyed it. Bluebird said JJ's the best flyweight. Yeah, Valentina had. It was competitive. Yeah, it was. She kept Valentina on her feet. Valentina had to be in it. I agree with that, Brian. Yeah, if Joanna had power, I don't know if she would have full on won, but I think Valentina would have been fighting her with more respect. Yeah, if Joanna had a little bit more pop to her shots, some heavy power, that'd be interesting. Very interesting. All right, y'all. Yeah, Robert here about to come up here. He said, "Oh, am I late?" No, you're actually early. Early for tomorrow. Mastermind says Santos has power too. Yeah, she got power. But when you put the power with the style of Joanna, that would have made that fight a hell of a lot more competitive, interesting. Let's see. Robert here said WMMA fights are getting WMMA fights stay getting fights if the night on the regular, but UFC stay putting important grudge matches and fights on the prelims. Yeah, man. Well, I guess that means if they're on the prelims, I'm gonna watch everything I need to watch, and then I ain't paying for the pay-per-view. If they're gonna do it like that, if Manon and Marina's on the pay-per-view, I'm gonna pay and watch it. But y'all put them on the prelims, hey, I'm guaranteed to see what I need to see, and I'm done. Yeah, because Marina should be on the main card. I mean, for exposure purposes, but since she's not, at least I get to her fight first, and I don't have to pay if I don't want to. But let's see, Santos. 2B said, what time tomorrow? Yeah, 7-ish, like 7:15, 7 o'clock, 7:15. Yeah, something like that. Mastermind said, have y'all seen how Santos kicks? Yeah, I have. I watched a lot of her early fights, some of her first round finishes. Yeah. He said that kick is bad. She kicks with bad intentions. And she's going to have to set them up. She's going to have to set them up pretty because, well, don't go for body kicks with Valentina. Valentina will grab you, scoop you up. Go for nice head kicks, though. Just set them up. 2B7 wise the whole thing free. He said he ain't paying him. Bluebird said Moreau versus Agapova is still on. Moreau's Ukrainian, has a beef with Agapova. Agapova's from a province of Russia. That's an interesting backstory. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. There's war right there. Again, it goes all the way back to LLPW days when super shooter Shinobi Kandori was raising heck with the training y'all see women have. Most can compete WMMA. Yeah, you know, that's the one thing about wrestling, man. Like, in the moves these girls have, you know, they have athleticism like no other. Like some of these girls coming from that pro wrestling, I can see them moving to MMA, you know, if they got the durability, right? They definitely got the durability, but they also have that athleticism, that speed too. You know, they're coming from that wrestling background. They used to being tossed around, and yeah, so wrestling, you know, they say it's fake, but I mean, hey, you still put your body through hell too. But their moves, I think, you know, they look like they be in pain for real. Stamina said JJ could handle Blanchfield and Gatto. Firo and Santos would be more competitive. Interesting. Yeah, I think JJ could handle Blanchfield. Gatto, I have to think about that. But yeah, I think Santos, yeah, she'd be competitive, and so would Firo. Yes, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Agapova was from Kazakhstan, yeah, okay. But yeah, let's see. Tomorrow we'll be back on, and we're gonna talk about this UFC 272 card. I mean, Kobe and Jorge, man, ignorant. That's all I can think. When I see these two, man, ignorant. I don't care who wins this fight. That's why I said it. I don't care who wins this fight. Kobe, Jorge. Like I said, I'm hoping for a double knockout. Kobe versus Jorge, I'm predicting. Well, I'm hoping for a double knockout. Like I said, I posted on IG I want to see him get knocked out like on Cobra Kai whenever Johnny and Daniel were fighting and they knocked each other out. That's what I hope Kobe and Jorge do. Oh yeah, Greg Hardy and Spivak. Wait a minute. No. There it is. Okay. Yeah, they might take that off that card because that's gone. Let me see. Preliminary. Yeah. Yeah, that Marina fight, boy. The Maria fight, that's going to be crazy. To be said, yo, can't wait for the Kobe fight. Guilty Kobe fan. He's an. I just want to see what will get knocked out. Yeah, Kobe Jorge double KO. And now that would be KO of the year. If that happened, that would be KO of the year. Is it WWF double key retirement match? Yeah, man, they've been talking a lot of ignorant stuff, man. I'm like, man, shut up, man. I don't want to keep hearing all this. Just keep your mouth closed. Go fight. I mean, they want to build this thing up, but I don't care for either one of them. Really. I mean, yeah, Kobe can fight now. Yeah, Kobe can fight. Masvidal can fight. But I just, I'm just tired of the act. Mm. But yeah, yo, what else would we talk about? Yeah, Taylor, Valentina. Of course, we'll talk more because this fight's still 3 months out. I'm going to keep an eye out, see what Taylor's been posting as far as training. Of course, they ain't going to give everything away, but we're going to see what it look like. We're going to be back on tomorrow. Let's see, Manon, Jennifer Maia. That's 3 weeks, man. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, nobody gets a W in that one. All right, OG Power Life. Guess they go back to the grind. All right, take it easy. A double KO. Yeah, make it an L. It's an L for both of them. Mark Roberts said Joanna has one scheduled 3-round fight in her last 12 fights against Tisha. She's a cardio machine. Michelle Waterson, was that a 5-round fight or 12? 5-round fight or 3-round fight? Thank you, Power Life, OG Power Life. Was that a Michelle Waterson fight with Joanna? Was that a 5-round fight or 3-round fight too? I know Tisha was a 3-round fight. Stray said Rodriguez versus Giannis on this card too. I got Marina via KO. Okay, yeah. I definitely think it's gonna be a stoppage win. Loopy's coming back in May. Yeah. That was what TJ said. Okay, yeah, it was a 5-round. Yeah, that's right. It was a 5-round main event. I remember, yeah, because I just watched that fight I watched it again like a few months back. That's the fight where she broke her foot, right? Because they were going to war. Yeah. It's 5 rounds. Yeah, that was a good fight. I mean, Joanna was winning, but I mean, like, Joanna broke her foot in that fight. That was bad. Matter of fact, let's pull it up. This is part of the fight game. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, 5-round fight. I couldn't even believe Michelle went 5 rounds. I mean, Michelle showed how tough she was, man. That was good. Where is it? Yep. Yeah, this is the one, right? Because this. Oops, hold on. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, this is the fight. Yeah, because this is what happened to her after, I think it was like the 5th round or 4th round. After all them kicks, I just swole up like a balloon. Damn. And she still finished the fight, on her feet. But, that's part of the game, man. As I say, you got to have the stomach for it if you're going to watch that type of stuff. Yeah, Michelle Waterson, like, she's still like pushing 125 right now, right? She looks more like a flyweight. Mark said to Joanna, taking the 3-round fight must feel like a downgrade. Yeah. I mean, taking anybody below the championship belt is a downgrade to her. She don't want to fight anybody, like, unless it's a champion. So she just on the down. Anything's a downgrade. But they just said looking like a bantamweight easy. Yeah, Joanna's had her head beat in, broken foot, and she still is in the game. Yep. Is it Robert was getting? Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Like that thing was swollen. And that's how it looked in the fight. In the fight, it looked like that. I was like, but she still kept fighting, man. Mm. Yeah, straight. I don't know if she's moving up, but that one fight is going to be 125. Yeah, Myra Buenasilva Muyanan is at 135. I don't know if she's going to stay. I don't really think she should stay because like she's not really built that big. Like I think if she moves up to 135, she'll just be slower. I mean, like she's what 5'6". Like she's like huge, big and long. I mean, you know, between her and Manon, they were like big flyweights in there when they fought. But I don't really know if she should stay at that weight. I mean, it's in April, so it looks more like a move to 135. It's not like a short notice fight. Wu Yanan. It was tall, long. I don't know if it's a permanent move up though. Robert Henry says she ain't been in the game. Yeah, she been in the game for a while. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, hey, you know, I can see some good coming out of Silva moving up though. I mean, we need more bantamweights, right? And she's not a tiny flyweight. She's not a, she's 30 years old, 5'6". She's a good size, so let's see how strong she is. I mean, we do need the bantamweights. I mean, hey, you can sign Tanisha Tennant. I mean, I'm not sound crazy, but y'all need more bantamweights. I mean, you can sign Tanisha, right? Sign Tanisha. Myra Buenasilva moves up. There's a lot of girls that can get in there, though, man. Ulysses said Watson ready to fight Gano. Yeah, man. It might be okay. I mean, we'll just have to see what she looks like against Wu Yanan first. I mean, Wu Yanan's not like a big danger though, so we'll see. I think Myra Buenasilva should probably stay at 125, but I'm gonna wait and see how she look. Yeah, I'll wait because I mean, yeah, TJ, you gotta go. You done said that. Yeah, I gotta renew it. I'm gonna renew it. Yeah, they BSing on 10. I've been talking about this for a minute though, about Tanisha Tennant. And I might talk about it tomorrow sometime. Do a video on it again because I mean, skill wise, they need somebody like her. I don't know what they're waiting on. I mean, honestly, like Tanisha's skill level is like the same. I think I've been seeing in the fighters like Manon and them. Like her skill level is there. She's the same age. She's proven, polished on her level, a champion. She's 32. I don't know what the deal is with that though. Like she has just as good as proven skill as she did coming in last year from Manon. I thought Tanisha would have been here at some point because 135 needs him. But yeah, yo, that's all I got for tonight. We'll be back on at 7 tomorrow, 7ish. Yeah, 7ish. Open linker. So yeah, I'm bringing your thoughts on some of these fights and everything that's coming up. We'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, 7:15ish. Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. Like always, make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button and please do that. Yeah, so if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And yeah, if you didn't catch the live, listen to it later. If you came in late, you can listen to it later. Leave your comments. Robert Henry said the UFC treat Tennant's entry to the bantamweight division like it's a block account here. I know, man. It's just like, why? right? I'm always asking that, right? Why? I don't get them. But yeah, y'all, that's all we got. Let's close this thing out. Like always, Combo Breaker 99. I am out. Subscribe.